Warwick Reed, family farming enterprise in Western District, Victoria. Outside of the mapping and the control traffic farming, I suppose, our first real foray into the products, so to speak, were into the variable rate mapping or the grid soil sampling for pH, and then therefore variable rate lime spreading. And yeah, look, we dabbled in it the first year, did a couple of 100 hectares, and then it's just part of our program now. We couldn't go without it. We've also done the complete package, so topography and EM38, which, you know, looking back now, I wish we'd done that first, knowing what we know now. You know, getting our zone classifications right and things like that, and just understanding our soils better, getting that blueprint and that map that never changes, your topography and your soil textures and things like that. Well, I suppose looking back and reflecting on it, we were trying to understand why some soils were performing really well and others weren't performing as well. And we knew there was constraints there and some limitations, and obviously there's a fair bit of work being done in the space around soil acidity. And then obviously through the chance meeting with Andrew Whitlock and understanding that that's what they do, they measure soil acidity, that we locked into that program, and then right from the first paddock, right from the first hectare, we could see that that's where our biggest constraint was. Acidification of soils and hence the poor performance of crops and not being able to realise the production potential. Well, in the initial stages, I suppose for us it was a learning. We didn't know what was the right target to be at. So in terms of the pH targets we're looking for, we didn't have a defined goal, but we started with low levels that Andrew suggested, and again we were just relying on our provider there. And then over the years, as our understanding has grown and also we've seen the benefits of it, we've actually lifted the target bands that we have in place. I think initially it was at 5.2 and now we're up to 5.8. So yeah, in terms of the savings, so the savings that we've seen across our property, our aggregation, we've actually sort of looked at that through a different lens, and we thought, well, we don't want to cut back on anything. So it's been a more reallocation of resources, and so yeah, we certainly haven't pulled back on what we were going to originally apply. We've just reallocated in other areas, and yeah, and we, I mean, especially after 5 or 6 years now in the program, we're seeing huge benefits. Yeah, look, anyone that's looking to embark on the journey, I mean, it's like anything, it starts with a phone call, whether it be through the agronomist or whether it be looking people up online. But for us, I think, I still think the EM38 is a good entry point, but start small, get yourself familiar with the products, develop the relationship with the service provider. They understand the products that are there on offer. They'll understand, your area and what they've had the best results on. But start small and immerse yourself in it, get a better understanding of it, and yeah, I'm very confident that you'll see the benefits fairly quickly. But just having that visibility on your soils, and better understanding of what you're doing, I mean, it's what we're all about. The grid soil sampling is probably the area where you'll see the best results, and yeah, it's one of those areas where you can visualise very easily what's going on and what needs to be done. There's some savings there if you're looking for savings or reallocation of resources. So it's just a matter of the guys, taking, for us anyway, 2 hectare grids, and then coming back to us with a map showing the variability of the soil. I'd start small, 100, 200 hectares, depending obviously the size of your aggregation, and yeah, and work closely with the service provider, your field technicians and that, so that they'll work you through it. And then, yeah, once you're feeling comfortable, it's something that you can expand out. But I mean, the guys are terrific. They know what they're doing. The products have been proven. The savings are there if you want to go down that route. But if you're looking for more reallocation of resources, the variable rate technology and the mapping that they're using and things like that, the end-to-end service that PA offers has been sensational for us. So the interaction with PA, in the early days it was very much a hands-on approach for us. We wanted to be involved in every little bit of it, but given our confidence with the team now and obviously being on a program now for quite a while, it's seamless in terms of the information flow, but also the data collection and getting the results back. Very proactive in terms of organising meetings to review that data, pull it into the form and the format that we want it, and get that delivery out to our service providers, which might be the spreader operator or the harvest contractor that we might be using at the time. The pool of technicians that they've got, really good people, and yeah, they're just making our lives a lot easier.